Much.
Pleasure.
Jessie, hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Five Live.
Thank you very much.
Have you ever been on Five Live?
No.
You would have been on quite a few other BBC stations,
Yeah.
but we've,
It's the first.
Good. I'm liking
And
that.
it's a pleasure, thank you.
And it's really good to have you here. Firstly, though, before we get talking, let's have a listen to your new single. Can we? Is that
Yeah,
okay?
sure.
This
Thank
is
you.
Alone. Single Alone from the album Glass House, which is out on October the 20th. I've been assured that is exactly the right date, October the 20th. Brilliant. Jessie, you were signed to PMR,
Yes.
and then from PMR did a deal with Ireland. Is that how it works?
Yes, so I'm still on both of those, so we kind of work together.
So how did you feel about signing to this label, knowing as you would someone who loves music? Well, you can see the history all around you. How did that feel?
I think I was the most obsessed with signing with Ireland because of Amy, and it had such a history and such gravitas. So yeah, it felt pretty surreal. I felt very, very lucky, and excited by it.
Because it's not kind of getting in the game, it's staying in the game. It's the longevity that's the hard bit,
Yes.
isn't it, right?
Yeah. And to Ireland's credit, they've been really kind to me, and they've always kind of spoken to me about being a careers artist and having the chance to have a career. And, thankfully on my third record, but, it's not, I don't think it's because I've had multiple hits. I actually haven't had one hit, I don't think. But...
palpably not true.
No, but in the sense
Your
of like...
false modesty's not welcome around here, Ware.
No, it's actually true. I think that my highest charting single's been like 25 with a song called Say You Love Me. And so thanks, Ireland, for keeping me on, because it's not about the singles for me. But it's been really fun, and we have a really great relationship together. And I think, I'm very lucky that they think of me as a full package, with the sense of my live following, with hopefully the calibre of the song, I don't know. And
you could hear the calibre of the song. We just heard the calibre of the song. You're sitting next to Johnny Brocklehurst. Hello, Johnny.
Hello.
Yeah, you're obviously more than over the moon to be speaking live on Five Live. I can tell that by your facial
dream
expression.
Come true. My mum is going to be beyond proud.
Brilliant. So, Johnny, you're a product manager. What does a product manager do? I see lots of your fellow colleagues asking, what does Johnny do exactly?
If we can keep that between me and you, that would be ideal. Fundamentally, I guess a record gets presented to us, and we look after the strategy, the scheduling, the creative, what everything looks like, the videos, and essentially just making sure we do right by the artist.
OK, so Alone from the album forthcoming on 20th of October, Glass House. I'm in there, don't worry.
You're being very generous with your plug. Thank you. I appreciate it.
So it comes out of the studio, it comes to you via the A&R and says, right, here we go. This is it. Now what do you do? What happens then from that point onwards?
I think my first question is then straight back to Jessie, and it's, what do you want this to look like? How can we bring this to life?
At which point, what does Jessie Ware say?
And I say, but Johnny, what do you want? No, I'm joking.
This sounds like a therapy session.
I think, Johnny's been... this is our first campaign we've worked on together, and it's... I'd seen work that Johnny had done before and been really excited by it, people like Christine and the Queens, and such strong kind of delivery of this message of the whole album. So we've had loads of fun, and he lets me do what I want, and I think I'm quite sensible with my budgets. I think I'm always conscious that I will owe lots of money if I'm not careful. So I'm quite sensible, I'd like to think.
So no gold-plated dolphins.
No.
In the videos
Yet.
Right. Okay. All right. We'll just see how the final quarter goes, and
but sleek and stylish is, I think, the theme that we're going for.
Yeah. Always want my mother to be happy with it, but also always quite sophisticated and chic. We always try to do that.
Does Ware the Elder come into marketing meetings then to advise Johnny on how Jessie should look?
Have you had to deal with her yet?
Not yet.
You will.
An unorthodox,
everyone has.
Unorthodox way of marketing. How do you get to become a product manager at a record company, Johnny? What is the route into that?
My route was very non-direct. I worked on Thomas the Tank Engine as a runner, and then I started running at a record label, and then
anyone else worked in kids' TV animated kids TV, but no hands going up. Yeah, you're
technically live action, if we are going to get specific about what it is. But once again, Glasshouse is out on the 20th of October.
So how has it changed? Because product managers, what would it have been before to what it is making the video, poster campaigns, etc. But now in a world where you have to be across multiple platforms and social media, what does that mean?
I think the demands on the artist are more. I think that there's constantly the word content banded around, and you have to put a lot of essentially content from videos, audio, different versions, remixes, acoustic versions out there to kind of feed the ecosystem. But for me, I mean, the first record I ever worked on was an artist called Beach House, and nothing for me has really changed from 8-9 years ago to now. It's making sure you serve the art, making sure everything looks as good as possible, and that when they finish at the end of the recording process and press stop or whatever it is on the mixing desk, we keep that essence alive from everything we do, from a Facebook advert to a tube poster to a music video. It's just got to serve the art in the best way possible.
So what happens, Jessie, if you turn up with a vision clear in your mind about how you want it to look, and the label have a different idea?
To be honest, I've never had that problem, really. I've been allowed to do what I want.
Right.
But the styling and the kind of the branding of, I've always been quite confident with what I've wanted, and they've been really supportive about that. So I've never had a problem with that.
It's interesting, Johnny mentioned about kind of time and feeding the audience constantly.
Yeah.
Now, you took some time off to do something very important indeed, which is to become a mother. Is that right?
I didn't really take that much time off. I kind of wrote the record whilst being pregnant and in this first year. But I mean, I guess.
And did Darkus wheel in a microphone while you were giving birth and stuff, and like there was an edit studio, and was that all happening?
No, that was me.
Is that?
No.
Oh, that was you. You are a grafter. You are a grafter. Thank you, midwife. Take this away. I'm now going to record the B-sides. So but you would have had to take some time off, presumably.
I mean, look, it will be 3 years since my last record, and that would have been, a year of touring and then a year of working stuff out and trying to write a record and it kind of happening. And
does that feel as though it's an age now that to be away for 3 years you probably won't be able to do again? I
was very aware, hence when I decided to have a baby, I was like, I'm not going to be able to indulge in it. I'm not going to be able to have a maternity leave as such. I'm self-employed. I need to earn. I need to work, and also I need to earn money, but I also need to keep my fans interested and happy. And I think you can be forgotten about sometimes if you're away for too long. That was my own worry. So yes, 3 years felt actually like quite a long time since releasing music. So I was incredibly eager to get new music out. This is my job, So it's kind of like 3 years away from your job in a sense.
Did you describe the birth as a release date?
I did, actually. That's really tacky, I did. I said it was dropping soon, and it wasn't the album on Instagram. I actually did. That's really bad, isn't it?
That's when you spent too much time in the music industry.
Yeah, I know.
Jessie Ware, thank you. As I said, the album is out on the 20th of October. And,
it is.
Glass House.
Yes.
Right? Brilliant. Thank you. Johnny Brocklehurst, thank you as well. Hopefully a career in, what is it, live action television? Live?
No, you stay with me.
I think I'm going to stay.
Brilliant. You should do that. It's much more rock and roll. Much more rock and roll indeed.